unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Ryan Garcia lashes out at Dazn, and his promoters says he's not getting equal pay. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Sign up for Patreon, link in the description. I got some content I'm going to be slamming over there. We're going to build the Patreon up. Also, YouTube channel members, Ego's Army is strong. To become a YouTube channel member and become Ego Army strong, hit the join button next to the subscribe button underneath this here video, or hit the Patreon button. Now, let's jump right into it. Reporter Chris Mannix works with Dazn, as you guys see right here in his bio, and also NBC, Boston, and Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated has an interview with Ryan Garcia, right? It says, quote, "I'm done being held back. Ryan Garcia wants boxing's powers that be to give him the star treatment he thinks he deserves." It says, "I'm not getting respect. Ryan Garcia at odds with Dazn. Once again, new media, the Dazn curse continues. This is getting out of hand, and we keep seeing it. Dazn, they got to figure out this discord and disconnect between fighters, you know, content for the fans, what they're going to do with their annual package, people not getting content. Boxing is back with Top Rank, and we haven't heard from Dazn, which is a paid service, as to what their comeback fight will be, who's going to be on the card, and these types of things. So I'm assuming they're trying to work something out, but people are growing patient since Dazn is on a different pay scale and structure for the fans. Now, link in the description. Let's close that out. Hate when those pop-ups pop up. Ryan Garcia wants the boxing world to treat him like the star he knows he is. Brand new article. Ryan Garcia is boxing's brightest young star. Now he wants to be treated like one. In an extended interview with Sports Illustrated Monday night, Ryan Garcia expressed frustration with his current situation, specifically with Dazn, which I talked about. You guys got to keep it locked and tapped in. I talk about the hottest things going on in boxing right now. I made a video about this where him and Abner Matas were going back and forth, talking and making it sound like they have a signed fight. And then he had posted a weird comment about Dazn, and I'm like, hey, what's this about? Now we know what this was about. We unpack, coming to you live. Says Ryan has expressed frustration specifically with Dazn, the subscription-based streaming service that has aired his last 4 fights. Dazn has a long-term contract with Garcia's promoter, Golden Boy. It says, quote, "I'm not getting respect in my business matters," Ryan Garcia said. "They promote me as one of the biggest names that they have got. I'm not feeling the extra love that they claim I'm getting shown. I'm one of their most viewed fighters, guaranteed top 3. I'm getting the views. I'm getting the clicks more than anyone but Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Joshua. So where is my love?" Like most fighters, Garcia's career was put on hold when blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say it for certain reasons. The Rona hit the ground, the sports world, to a halt. In February, Ryan Garcia picked up the biggest win of his career, first round knockout of veteran. Oh, they made that sound big. The veteran Francisco Fonseca, like he was just some Sergio Martinez or something we all know about. Clever writing. It was Garcia's second straight first round stoppage, first coming 3.5 months earlier. Ryan Garcia dropped the rugged. You see how they keep trying to be. See, the writer of this works with Dazn. So you see he's putting hella extras on the opponent. Rugged, the rugged and fierce, and, you know, the experienced veteran. But then when it comes to like old media and fans, when they talk about Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Yuriorkis Gamboa, They say, oh, he was washed up. They don't care about his veteran experience and all these adjectives and, the fact that he has an Olympic gold medal, the fact that he gave Terrence Crawford, to this day, Crawford's toughest fight. You see how the contrast between old media and new media. This is what they do. They create these almost like these narratives and build up a Fonseca or Dunno, and nobody dunno who Romero Dunno is, but they're using these clever words and, again, adjectives to describe the opponent. And meanwhile, Ryan's own promotion, his own trainer, Eddie Reynoso, kept it a buck with ESPN Deportes and said that Ryan hasn't really even fought anyone. That's just something that you guys should note, because I want you guys to see how they tried to use persuasive writing. Let's continue. Ryan Garcia, I told you, we unpacked. We talk about everything. Garcia was tentatively scheduled to face former champ Jorge Linares next month before it wiped out the boxing schedule. In recent weeks, Garcia has tweeted about his plan to fight 4th of July. However, Golden Boy has not been able to secure him that opponent. Linares is in Japan and unavailable. Ryan Garcia has had a back and forth on social media with Abner Matas, former 126 champion, but says, quote, I guarantee you Matas is going to ask for way more than I ever had. Garcia made it clear he is ready for the big fights. He said he will fight Devin Haney, 35-pound title holder, who confronted Garcia in the ring in February, in July or August. He is anxious for a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, 2-division title holder who has verbally sparred with Garcia on social media. Garcia says he's willing to fight anyone because, quote, that's where I get my respect. I'm done with the whole, well, they work with this promoter or this network, so it can't happen, Garcia said. I wanted to break down barriers in boxing. I want to break down those doors. I don't care about losing. How many times has Michael Jordan lost before he won his first championship? I don't really get that, because Jordan went to 6 finals and he got 6 rings. So he won every championship that he got. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really get that. Jordan, he's not a good example. I mean, I get it. Jordan's lost games before, but he's 6-0 with finals. So not really a great, comparison, but whatever. That's just my opinion. It wasn't about the number of losses with Sugar Ray Leonard or Tommy Hearns. The marketing strategy worked for Floyd Mayweather, but why has everybody been brainwashed to think that you have to stay undefeated? I'm a badass fighter who isn't afraid to lose. Garcia, who signed a multi-year extension, keep that in mind. But wait, there's more. With Golden Boy last September, says he wants to be compensated fairly. Undefeated Garcia has a sizable following on social media with 6.4 million followers on Instagram and another 394,000 on Twitter. A crowd of more than 10,000 watched his fight over Fonseca. Superstar athletes like LeBron James post about him on Twitter. That sounds a little bit exaggerated. I've seen LeBron mention Ryan Garcia, but they make it like he's nonstop posting about Ryan. Again, persuasive writing, that old media stuff. According to Garcia, talks for a July fight fell apart because he was only offered $200,000. Keep this in mind, people. We're going to talk about it. We unpack. They said he was offered $200,000. Golden Boy Garcia told him that was all Dazn was willing to give him. He said, that's bullshit. Garcia said, why am I being held back financially? What is the problem here? Why is Dazn giving out big numbers to guys fighting nobodies? It's ucked up how I'm being treated. I'm not asking for $100 million. Just give me the check that I deserve. How am I one of the biggest fighters in the world and I get bigger paychecks outside of boxing? On Tuesday, Golden Boy Prez Eric Gomez told SI Sports Illustrated that they have a contract with Garcia and intend to abide by it. Quote, we are exclusive to Dazn and Ryan is exclusive to us, Gomez said, president of Golden Boy. We're living in a pandemic. There are some real hard times out there. It's arguably the worst financial downfall since the Great Depression. Ryan's next show is not going to have any fans. His gate is significant, but he wasn't asked to take a pay cut. In the contract that we recently signed, we were going to pay him above his minimum for his next fight. Last fall, Garcia was at odds with Golden Boy over his decision not to face Duno on short notice in September. Garcia believed he deserved more money. After signing the extension with Golden Boy, which Garcia calls one of the most lucrative deals for a prospect in boxing history, Garcia blasted out Duno in the co-feature of Canelo's knockout win over Kovalev. Dazn does not have a direct relationship with fighters. Its boxing contracts are executed with promoters. DAZN agrees to pay a promoter a set licensing fee over the course of a year, with the promoter determining the purse fees for its fighters. Asked about his relationship with Golden Boy, Garcia said he preferred to discuss business directly with DAZN. I'm not saying anything about Golden Boy, Garcia said. I'm not going to worry about what Golden Boy is doing right now. I just want my direct line. I'm tired of going through middlemen. DAZN needs to call me. I need to hear from them why stuff can't happen. You have Shakur Stevenson going on Tuesday night. Why is ESPN going and not me? I'm speaking my truth. I'm done being held back. This has to do with respect. I have the following, I have the talent, and I have the work ethic. I just want to be great and feel like everyone is trying to control me. Let's see where Devin Haney is at. I'll take that title from him. Let's see Gervonta Davis. I'll take his too. Put me in with somebody you don't think I'm going to beat. Just give me what I deserve. End quote. Now, that's a lot to unpack, so I might have to make several videos about this, but Ryan Garcia, he's taking a strong stance. Hell of a time. You know, the nation is at its knees right now with people just being fed up, obviously for bigger reasons outside of $100,000, $1 million purses and boxing and stuff like that. We have real life deep issues, but it's a hell of a time. And it looks like unilaterally across the world, people are just done. You know, they're done not getting respect. They're done not getting their worth. They're done with like people getting brutalized and harassed and attacked and profiled and killed from the cops. So I guess everyone's just in the mood to speak up. The Black Lives Matter movement is strong. You see more companies showing that at least a false like representation of what they plan to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say false because I know some companies are they're planning on maybe trying to make things more equal, but I'm just saying there's this renewed interest in Black Lives Matter and people who have, when Colin Kaepernick was saying stuff 4 years ago, it was quiet, all quiet on the Western Front for some of these companies. Now all of a sudden it's gotten so out of control in terms of you can't contain the message. And that's a great thing because people are fed up and it's spread like wildfire. Now it's fashionable to take action and to take notice of what people are saying. And that's great. So the fighters, I think they're looking at that. UFC, they're going in right now. The UFC is going in a bunch of top fighters. Jorge Masvidal, they try to make the Usman fight. Jorge Masvidal put his foot down and said, release me from my contract if you're not going to respect me. I had backyard brawls with Kimbo and them, and I got treated better and more respected from guys in the, you know, the backyard brawl, Florida, Miami circuit, then I'm being respected. I've done this. I brought this to the table. 5-second knockouts. I fought everybody you brought and put on the plate. Now you got to reward me. John Jones going through it with the UFC. And the funny thing is, it's all happening during a pandemic where money's from the companies. They're probably looking at it like, man, we got to re-up because we haven't been able to run our normal programming for a matter of months. We have no live gate. We have no crowd. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all pans out. Now, you notice Ryan Garcia is trending, you know, at least for boxing. So he does have a point. He does have a reach. I don't know why Eddie Guerrero is trending, but shout out to my dude, the Frog Splash. Rest in peace to, I'm a huge Eddie Guerrero fan, but that's just something separate. Ryan Garcia, he does have a fan base. And like I said before, this is a bad look for Golden Boy. It's a bad look for DAZN. The DAZN curse continues. I mean, I don't know how many things I need to say before they become so apparent in the world of boxing where y'all give me my roses and just be like, Igor Stradamus, it is that. He is absolutely real. Ryan Garcia just last year, mid to late last year, let's say last fall, as that article mentioned, which will be in the description, he just had a spat publicly with Golden Boy. Similar to these UFC fighters. He said, if you ain't going to pay me what I'm worth, if you think Virgil Ortiz Jr. is your best prospect and you don't value me, then release me. That's what Ryan. And then he had struck up a deal. They sat with him and he was supposed to be getting what he called the most lucrative deal for a prospect. But now here, yet and still, he's still complaining about his pay. So something is not going on, like, or something behind the scenes is amiss. It says Garcia signed an extension with Golden Boy. It says he wants to be treated fairly. So something up with the money. Golden Boy's robbing him or whatever the situation is, or at least that's what he feels. He's not feeling he's getting paid his worth. And just to give you guys a little bit more insight, I think I know what's going on. You look at Ryan Garcia. He's like, look, I got 6.4 million followers. Look, these little videos where he's posting, look, he got 3 million views on this. So he's doing like simple videos like this. Sports Center, look in the comment section. ESPN would like to request permission to use this clip with courtesy on all platforms. Look, Sports Center, they got, you know, I'm with Ryan Garcia here. Look, Sports Center got 17.5 million views, and they're asking for permission to rerun the clip, right? So the only other boxers you see, or Connor's not a boxer, but Floyd is, you know, you don't really see Sports Center pick up every story regarding boxers, and they're requesting permission to take and use Ryan Garcia's video. So I don't care if you like the kid. I don't care if, because in my opinion, Ryan, that's my dude. He's never done anything wrong to me, but there are some times where it seems like he's clout chasing by mentioning Gervonta Tank Davis when he knows his promoter ain't even giving him Lanadas and stuff like that. But regardless what you feel about Ryan Garcia, the proof is in the pudding. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And Garcia is doing numbers. 6.4 million followers. Let's look at Canelo, his stablemate and friend. Canelo got 6.7. Ryan almost has the same amount of pure followers as Canelo, you know, within a couple 100,000. So, and he's super young. And Canelo, when we're talking resume for resume, clearly he's further along. And he's the bigger boxing star by far based on what he's given to the game and whatnot. But I would say the social media presence has to account for something. The fact that he's with a UFC fighter doing these videos and stuff, this has to translate some way into dollars, you know, as a company. You know, people, he's a crossover. Influencers like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they mess with him. Ngannou's doing this stuff. So he is accurate. He does like doing this. He doing the dance, you know, the trending stuff and dances. He's utilizing his platform and his brand, and he's making some noise. So that has to account for something. Like, how is he going to get $200,000, bro? Oh. Look, he doing 3 million on simple garage videos. Just to put in perspective, I'm gonna show you Jesus Soto Caras, right? Devin Alexander fought Jesus Soto Caras years ago. Look at this. Look at these purses. Hold on. You know what? Let me go to some more. Right? This was, look, 2014. We're in 2020 right now. I understand, pandemic or not. Robert Guerrero fought Yoshihiro Kamagai. Kamagai only got 75K. Okay. Guerrero, I think he had just lost to Mayweather. He had lost. Let me check it up because, you know, I like to be accurate. And New Media, I told you we unpacked. Y'all better stand up for boxing because that's exactly what I'm doing. Guerrero. Okay. Boom. I'm so on point. It's pretty. I shook up the world. He had beat Berto. Like I said, he had fought Floyd, which was an L, lost to him. His very next fight off the Floyd in 2014. So he had about a year layoff. May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend, he fought Floyd, got destroyed, lost every round. Then in June of the very next year, at that time, 2014, and we're in June of 2020. So literally 6 years ago, and look at Guerrero's purse. $1 million, bro. Ryan is, let's say, and keep in mind, Kamagai at that given moment, Kamagai nobody knew him. This was before Kamagai had fought anyone in America like Cotto or anything. You could go look at it. So he wasn't no big booming name and stuff. When Guerrero was, the people respected him after the Guerrero fight. He later fought Alfonso Gomez. He later fought Jesus Soto Karass twice and later fought Cotto. But it was really the fight with Robert Guerrero that kind of put him on the map with U.S. audiences. Nobody, look at these names. You know, Hector Munoz and Jose Alfaro and, you know, Junior, J.R. Smith, all these people, bro. He wasn't really known about. Look at these guys, 8-5, 6-3, 31-2. That's Ghost Guerrero. But he just was coming off of 8-5. Kamagai earned his name by being a warrior versus Guerrero. So Guerrero, for that fight 6 years ago, got $1 million. Lomachenko fought Gary Russell. Obviously, that was a big fight. And you have to understand, the game is probably bigger with social media and these big network deals and stuff like that. And Lomachenko got 631. That's actually a quality fight. Gary Russell got 421. But this is 6 years ago. Look at Devin Alexander, bro. And Devin Alexander fought at that time Jesus Soto Karass. And this was after Sean Porter beat him. I believe Amir Khan had beaten him. And he still got $450K back then, 6 years ago. Soto Karass got 150,000, and that's a Golden Boy fighter. So how in the hell is Ryan Garcia, no matter who he's fighting, based on his social media presence, why on earth would he be with these stats? Why is he getting 200K in 6 years later when social media is definitely bigger than it was in 2014 and he has this much of a presence? It's looking shaky with the money, man. Look, Soto Karass, Maidana has stopped him. You know, I think Devin had lost. Look, let's look up Soto Karass. Just so you guys, you got to put in perspective where these guys were. So Soto Karass got 150K, and that's a Golden Boy fighter. When he fought against Devin, so he had just got destroyed by knockout by Keith Thurman. I remember and know my boxing. The Keith Thurman knocked out Soto Karass in San Antonio, Texas on the Broner Maidana card, which was a hell of a card. So he's coming off a knockout destruction where Keith Thurman destroyed him and clipped him, right? Fought Devin Alexander 6 years ago, and Soto Karass was getting 150K. So you tell me what's wrong with that math. When Soto Karass he had already lost to Maidana, he already lost to Keith Thurman. You know, the Berto, whatever. I don't really, he beat him, but Berto had one arm, and we know what that was. He had lost to Selçuk Aydin. Like I said, he had lost to Maidana. So this was a guy who was considered, Rosado stopped him. You know, Mike Jones beat him twice. Look, Alfonso Gomez beat him. So Soto Karass definitely was considered kind of just a warrior journeyman. Look at his record, 29, 13, and 4. So how is he getting 150,000 6 years ago? But the boy Ryan Garcia is as popular as, you know, his numbers say, and Golden Boy and Dazn alike, they all put this out there every time Ryan Garcia fights. Every single time he fights, they illustrate and highlight this stuff you see in this article. 394,000 Twitter followers, 6.4. And not only are they highlighting it, I paid attention. When his numbers go up, they update the numbers. They'll be like, oh, he has a 5.4 million following. And then his next fight, they'll be like, oh, he has 6.1 million followers. So they're keeping up, and notice he's growing and growing and growing. But guys like Soto Karass 6 years ago got more money than Ryan. You know, Ryan, you could say it's his fault because he re-signed with Golden Boy and Dazn and didn't look into the numbers in the business. But aside from that, I feel why Ryan would be mad and feel slighted in this situation. Other thing is, he's saying he wants to fight Devin and Gervonta and top guys. Even Linares and Abner Mares, they're not getting him those fights. They're not getting him fights like that. So I think he's just ultimately growing frustrated with the fact that he's not getting compensated. Now it's a bad look, the Dazn curse, because this was highlighted in this tweet, and then look at Tank responded. He said 200,000. He need that money back from him buying that Ferrari. Stop trying to keep up, broke boy. So now you have your rivals laughing at your situation, which is probably going to frustrate and enrage Ryan Garcia more. The bottom line is, I'm from the Bay, and we have a saying, it's pay like you weigh. what is happening with the extra money that Golden Boy, they haven't really put on big cards outside of, since they've been with DAZN. Let's say Golden Boy promotion, watch. They haven't put on big cards outside of Canelo fights and Ryan. So what's happening with this extra money? You see what I'm saying? That you got. See, this is why Canelo was mad. Canelo was mad, and I'll put it up on the screen because I don't know if I can find it real quick. But Canelo was mad, and Ryan Garcia was mad last year. Canelo was mad because off of his name, Golden Boy was able to get, and I'll show you guys this. Golden Boy was able to get a deal with their Golden Boy fights slated at like $90 million. Like independent of Canelo's deal. So Canelo got crazy money. And look at DAZN curse continues. You think DAZN is talking about Ryan Garcia's new interview? No. So they're kind of using his star power to build the name, saying, hey, we got the Canelos, we got the best fighters. You know, look, they put him. It says you're home for, look at it. This is why he's mad. Look at the bio. You're home for Canelo, Triple G, Joshua, and Ryan Garcia. These are the heavy hitters, the big three on DAZN. And this is the next potential heavy hitter, the youngest in charge. So he's like looking at it like, yo, how you going to use my likeness, my brand, my name, but you ain't paying like that? He has a point. No matter what you feel about Ryan, he has a point. He's like, how does this work? You know, and to be honest, we know Canelo has a better resume and things like that. But Ryan Garcia, he knows how, maybe his age or whatever the situation is, he knows how to sell himself better. Canelo doesn't really speak English, doesn't hype fights up. Ryan Garcia knows how to get social media working. So I can't wait to see DAZN's response. He just wants to be taken care of. Look, this is Ryan Garcia. So they're doing all these catching up with Ryan Garcia and quoting him and putting him in the bio, as you guys can see. But when is he going to get paid like that? $200K? I mean, you look at certain PBC fighters. I'm not going to put everyone's business out there, but all this stuff is publicized. I don't even have to select people. Look, they keep using Ryan Garcia on DAZN. Man, the DAZN curse continues. Rank these lightweight. They're using his likeness. They're using his brand. They're using him to keep funneling the movement. Where's his money? Why is this is such a simple progress or simple process. I feel. Take care of your best people. I've always learned that in business. When I was a salary manager at Lowe's, you gotta, the department managers that I knew helped me keep the ship up, I made sure they were always taken care of. Like I was writing schedules at the time. So if one of my best people don't really take vacation like that and they needed some time, they were trying to go to a cruise, I would always approve their vacation. Why would I want my best people disgruntled? You see what I'm saying? So I could be a dick and say, hey, it's the 4th of July. I need you to work there. But if they never were really requesting vacation time and that one particular time they were going to go on a boat or go to the lake and they needed that time off, then I would make do without them and be like, enjoy your 4th of July, enjoy your holiday. And I would approve it because, again, you take care of your best people, because it was people like that, like certain department managers and certain associates, where they help me tremendously and they make me look good by working together and captaining the ship. And, they were just an asset to everything I was doing. So you got to have allies like that. When it comes to DAZN, the people that they have in the bio are pretty much captaining the ship. Those are the biggest names that DAZN has in terms of a brand. Canelo, I guess Triple G, even though he's kind of fallen off, Joshua and Ryan Garcia. And just to add that to that point, Ryan Garcia is the budding talent. He's the guy that can continue to build and grow. Triple G looked like he kind of done in a couple of fights. You see what I'm saying? He at the end of his ropes. So how has Triple G got equity in the company and all this extra? Why wouldn't Ryan be mad? Look, why wouldn't Ryan be mad? You have a 38-year-old Triple G who don't know how to sell. He don't know how to sell the fight like a Ryan Garcia. He's not young, so he doesn't bring, that same energy in the same crowd. He doesn't navigate through social media like even somebody who's who's around his age, like a 50 Cent. 50 Cent knows how to get people talking, and he knows how to use social media. Triple G, you don't really even see him. He's not a showman. He's not a charismatic character. Look, DAZN seals a deal, Triple G to get equity, stake in a deal. That sets up a Canelo rematch. So how is Triple G got this massive contract fighting the likes of Steve Rolls for $15 million, plus he could put Triple G promotion fighters on the card, and he's getting upwards of $15 million for a weak fight like Steve Rolls. And DAZN, they can't even give Ryan Garcia a meal each time out. But, you know, Mikey Garcia, and this is no disrespect to him, he fights against Jesse Vargas coming off of a horrific loss where he lost every round. Mikey Garcia, look, everything I'm saying is actual fact and real. Smash the like button. We working. Hold on. Y'all got me hyped. Look. All right. Look. Forbes. Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. Please don't get me hyped. What did Beyonce say? Please don't get me hyped. All right. All right, look. Forbes.com. Mikey Garcia, Jesse Vargas, right? Let's see where it says it. Let me cherry pick this article to find it for you. He signed a 1-fight deal roughly with the ability to match his next fight, right? And it was hot. Look, boom, we got action. Purses. Mikey Garcia reportedly will make $7 million purse. So you're fighting on DAZN against Jesse Vargas, which wasn't like a pay-per-view worthy fight. It wasn't a sought after fight. Mikey also not having the streets on lock, like in terms of hyping up the crowd like Ryan and having this crazy young fan base and girls and all, you know, all this stuff, 6.4 million followers. And you gave him, DAZN's just doing some bad business, bro. That's it. He got 6.4 million followers. Mikey been around for real long time, a quality fighter. And Mikey don't even have 1 million subscribers. But based on having a good resume and then having a name, he got $7 million. Now, I'm not saying this to hate on Mikey Garcia. I'm just merely bringing up the point that I would be mad if I was Ryan Garcia and Mikey coming off a loss to Errol Spence with not even 1 million followers or the type of showmanship charisma that I have. If I'm him, like this crazy speed and showcasing it, and you got all these people, you can put butts in the seats or at least get people to pay attention. If people are gonna watch this shit for 3 million views and all that, right? When you're doing these Ngannou videos, like he posted a video where he was punching Ngannou, and you're doing all these punching videos and people are watching stuff like that, 4 million views, then you could say Ryan Garcia is touching a different audience. So with that being said, that has to equate to something financially. And then now you got people like Tank Rivals making fun of him, like, yeah, you bought that Ferrari, and now you mad because you want more money. But I do think Ryan Garcia, he brings up a very solid point. They're using this kid's ability to sell, but they're not putting him in the fights that are going to get him the ultimate respect that he's saying he wants. And then on top of that, you're willing to give guys for a 1-fight deal. Ryan Garcia, if we're talking Garcia versus Garcia, not them fighting, but we're talking Ryan Garcia from a business perspective, the DAZN curse continues. And I'm just going to leave it at this. Ryan Garcia is a DAZN longer term investment because he has an exclusive contract with Golden Boy. You did everything to get Mikey Garcia, right, for a 1-fight deal, and he's coming off a loss, and he's not bringing this internet sensation appeal and all that, and you gave him $7 million. Of course, this is before the pandemic, but that's a problem because you're so desperate to get Mikey, you give him a 1-fight deal with this coming off a loss, but Ryan is your long-term project, and he has to argue about trying to get $1 million each time out, or even $750K or $500,000, you know? So you knew this was coming. Jesse Vargas, I don't know how much he got for fighting Mikey, But Ryan's like, man, I'm the star here. So let me know what you guys think. If you hear me out, we unpack. That's my thoughts. Sign up for ESPN Plus, link in the description. I'm going to continue talking about this. I might even do a live. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. I do think Ryan Garcia, his celebrity status with social media, it has to equal some level of compensation. Point blank, period. We working. We unpacked. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.